This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to week 9 of the Arrowverse 2021 to 2022 season weekly review. This week I'll be going over the Flash Armageddon Part 4, and this is out a day early because there's nothing on Wednesdays to release, or at least a day early, so let's get into it. And oh boy, we had a crazy episode tonight. Thawne definitely pulled off some crazy stuff, and I can't believe that, well, he did all this, and this is such a fun episode also. It definitely felt like it loved the previous seasons and definitely felt in line with everything, including Legends and all this other stuff. It handled this alternate timeline really well, and some of my favorite episodes are set in alternate timelines, including Out of Time from season 1, I can't think of the episode's name, the Once in Future Flash from season 3, and now this one. These are such great episodes, and it was so interesting to see what happened. So let's just go straight into it. And before I start off with the party, we see that in the future, Batwoman marries Sophie, and then we also see that Thawne is going to marry Iris, and the kind of obvious thing that both Chester and Allegra were well in love, and I think that was a very obvious plot point. But, you know, they were just hinting at it and they didn't need to actually say it yet. And then we have all confirmation that the Legion of Doom does exist in this timeline, and it is at least to have members of Barry Allen and Damien Dark. It's also really interesting that, well, we see that the Legends, Ray Palmer, and Cisco were all murdered by Barry and Dark. And yeah, this is so interesting. We also learned that, well, Malice does not take over Damien, and it is Nora who he takes over. That's another interesting thing, and I definitely think that this has been so interesting so far, just to see all these changes. But also, I think the most interesting change is the fact that Thawne just simply went back and killed Barry as a child, and Barry has to, well, reset these changes before he's erased from existence at midnight. And this was such a fun concept, and I also like how I was able to convince Damien to work with him once, well, he figured it out. And he did tell him how the timeline was supposed to be, and that ultimately led to everything going towards an extreme end. And I think that it was so interesting that they did this, and I had so much fun watching. I was definitely on the edge of my seat while I was seeing this, and couldn't wait to see what happened next. Definitely enjoyed this episode, and it was also interesting to see that in the original timeline, well, the timeline that Thawne slightly altered, that Team Flash was all going to be killed off until Barry saved them by resetting the timeline. And now everything seems to be back to normal, but Thawne is seeking revenge, and it seems like he's going to ensure that Barry is killed and possibly create Armageddon once again, so Despero will go back and kill Barry. And I think that, well, if it wasn't for Despero, then Barry probably would have died and Thawne would have won. And yeah, I think that would be really interesting. And I'm excited to see how this happens. Well, what would have happened. And can't wait for this to continue. Yeah, tell me what you thought of Armageddon so far. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.